On behalf of the Board of Education, the administration, the faculty, and the staff, I would like to congratulate the parents, family, and friends of our graduates. And to each one of our graduates, we wish a productive, meaningful, and happy life. Ladies and gentlemen, the West Aurora High School class of 2006, led by the Board of Education, administration, and faculty.
Good evening. My name is Ashley Martinez, and as the senior class president, it is my honor to welcome you to this evening's graduation ceremony. It is a time of celebration, not only for the class of 2006, but for the family and friends who have supported us throughout our school years. At this time, I would like to turn your attention to the Madrigal Choir at the front of the stage as they perform this evening's selection titled Prayer.
Let me grow tall and strong as a tree, and let me lift my face to the sun. Let the life I live be the song I give till my life on earth is done. Oh, give me dreams of beauty and hope, and let me yearn for things good and true. Let the life I live be the song I give till my life on earth is through. Let me walk the pathways of truth. Let me swim the oceans of time. Let me find the mountain of youth. Let me climb, let me climb, let me climb. Let there be stars to shine where I go, and let me give my hand to a friend. Let the life I live be the song I give. Let the prayer I bring be the song I sing, till my life on earth shall end. Till my life on earth shall end.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our speakers for this evening's ceremony. Speaking first will be the valedictorian of the class, Mr. Brian Moy, with a speech entitled, Blank, Insert Title, Blank. Following Brian will be two senior class speakers. Liliana Rocha will speak first with a speech titled, I Know You Will. Following Liliana will be Scott Ginzer speaking on Carpe Diem. Brian?
High school marks 4 years of choices. You pick your friends, you pick your classes. You pick your activities, your attitude, your effort level, and just about everything else that goes into the experience. As a freshman, most of you walk through the doors with excitement and enthusiasm. You are bright-eyed, though hopefully not bushy-tailed. You entered a new school with new people, new clubs, and new challenges. This fresh start was as close to a blank slate as we could come. It was high school, and each one of us received a tabula rasa. This meant endless possibilities, endless choices. These were endless blanks in our educational framework. As freshmen do, we rushed to fill in those blanks. We picked our clubs, we picked our classes, and our effort. Some of us picked better than others, but we all filled our blanks with whatever was in our hearts at that time. As freshmen, we had our blanks filled. We had found our niches, and we could attack them with enthusiasm and anticipation. We were young, we were eager, and we were standing at the doorstep of something greater than we knew. Before stepping on stage this evening, I polled 10 of my classmates. I asked those 10 students to fill in the blanks of this speech for me. Just like squirrely freshmen, they each dropped their own personalities and joys into the open spaces I had left for them. They were confused, but cheerful, befuddled, but enthusiastic. They were freshman excitement in the middle of senior graduation. As I had hoped, each one of them put their own individual spin on the outline that I had written. I asked them for a class. They said athletic PE. An object. They said pencil sharpener. A sport. They said swimming and diving. An administrator, they said Mrs. Kelsey. A town, they said Batavia. An animal, they said red panda. A teacher, they said Miss Ryan. A school function, they said prom. A number, they said 88. And another class, and they chose parenting. By the time I was finished, I knew I had something great. I had 10 different personalities bundled into one, and I had the details I needed to finish my speech. I used the input from those 10 students to create a Mad Lib, a compilation of ideas that is as diverse as our student body. As the Mad Lib progresses, you will notice that the blanks have all been filled. These were the blanks in our high school experience. They were the blanks that those 10 students helped me fill earlier tonight. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, a cold sweat pouring down my back. I couldn't stop thinking about the project I had due for athletic PE. Granted, I should have been finished, but I spent all my class time staring at my teacher's pencil sharpener. On top of all that, I had a huge game the next day in swimming and diving, and Mrs. Kelsey was pressuring me to win. Mrs. Kelsey loved to watch swimming and diving, and this game was against her old school in Batavia. I rolled over and remembered my project. I had to write an essay and make a PowerPoint about red pandas. I didn't understand how this related to athletic PE, but I was too scared to ask my teacher, Miss Ryan, about it. Somehow I drifted back to sleep and dreamt of prom. The next morning, I arrived at school 88 minutes late and spent all my time writing. I finally typed my essay in parenting and finished my PowerPoint minutes before the bell. I was done. My stressful day of school was finally over, and I could concentrate on winning the swimming and diving match for Mrs. Kelsey. This was high school. It was hectic, but prom was only 2 weeks away. Like the Mad Lib, high school has ended. As graduating seniors, we can now look back on the choices we've made. We picked swimming and diving. We picked red panda, and we picked 88. Some of those choices fit, and some of them didn't. This same process of trial and error applies to our entire high school career. We fill in the blanks blindly as freshmen, and we reap the delight and displeasure of our choices. As graduating seniors, we've now seen our picks materialize. We've seen them become friends, grades, family, sports, and now, tonight, they've become red and blue robes. As we move forward with the rest of our lives, we must always remember that we have a choice. We must remember that we control our own lives, we fill our own blanks, and we create our own Mad Libs. As we look forward, we should remember the blanks we filled in high school. We should consider how they fit and how they affected our lives. We should learn from the past, but we should not let it haunt us, and we should never let it satisfy us. Pick confidence. Look forward. We may be one blank away from brilliance. And next, I would like to introduce our first graduation speaker, Liliana Rocha.
Finally here. Well, my classmates, my friends, today is the day our memorable, ineffable ride must end. We have been through so much, as a group and individually. So how should I dress this wonderful class? I could talk about the fun times, the good times. Because why live if you cannot goof off, laugh, and have fun? But thinking about it more closely, I can see this will not be necessary. I know you will remember the laughs and the good times. You will remember hanging out with your buddies, going out dancing, and playing your favorite sport with your favorite friends. You will remember these memories when you're intimidated in college, when you're worried over work, and when your own child asks you about your high school experience. I know you will. So, should I go cliche and talk about the importance of determination and perseverance? Well, let's see. Some of you have come to America without the ability to speak English. Others of you have faced loss in your family. Some of you have had full-time jobs because you needed the money to support your families. Some of you have practically lived at school, neglecting social lives in hopes of achieving the most you can. And yet others of you have battled an illness. But all of you today are receiving your diploma. So do I really need to talk about determination and perseverance? No. I know you will persevere when life knocks you down. I know you will smile despite the drama in your life. I know you will work as hard as you can, no matter how much effort it takes. I know you will. So, to find the perfect topic, I thought back to my most wonderful academic experience here at West, Great Books and Literary Critics Honors. This wonderful class taught me the most important lesson, the need for personal truth. Before you tune out, just listen to what personal truth is. It is the ability to think, visualize, debate, analyze, and ultimately accept or reject ideas and thoughts. It makes you, as Ayn Rand says, a person of the mind so you can make your own temple of ideals. It allows you to become a person, not just merely flesh and bones. Because so many people go through life thoughtless. They go through life blindly, accepting a belief without even questioning it. Life, to them, is merely a series of events. I challenge you to make your life more than that. I challenge you to make your life a compilation of great experiences, amazing relationships, and profound reflections. To find your personal truth, stop and simply think about what you believe in, about what you are doing, about who you really are. Read to see what others have to say, and read opposing viewpoints. Examine both the Bible and Bertrand Russell's Why I Am Not a Christian, but in the end, make your own eclectic truth. But most importantly, do not ever let other people tell you what to think. Please find your personal truth, because a life without personal truth, just like a life without laughter, is absolutely meaningless. But I don't need to plead, because I know you will. And now, we must depart. I hope I have enlightened you in some way, because I know you all have touched me in some way, shape, or form. So I leave you with this. Do laugh. Do persevere. Do find your personal truth. But I know I don't need to tell you this, because I know you will. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce to you Scott Zinzer.
Imagine yourself at the end of your 8th grade year. Do you remember a feeling of satisfaction of having completed 3 years of middle school? Do you remember how exciting your 8th grade dance was? Do you remember some of your friends being very different from how they are today? How about when Washington was cheated out of their 8th consecutive sports festival championship? Now, most importantly, what did you imagine high school would be? Had you asked me what my goals for high school were 4 years ago, my response probably would have been to graduate. Fast forward 4 years and through countless memories, here we are, the remaining 600 of a class that was nearly 1,000 people large. We have struggled, met fierce challenges, and all of us have succeeded. But what's next? Where do we go from here? To truly understand where you are headed, it is necessary to know your origin. West has been a foundation for all of us. Through academics, athletics, and activities, West has provided instruction and guidance. Never would I have ever fully developed many of my passions without the assistance of several teachers and friends. With a strong foundation underneath us, we can fearlessly move forward into the future. Regardless of your future goals, the goals of success and happiness should be included. But what constitutes success and happiness? The great philosopher Bertrand Russell said, "Anything you're good at contributes to happiness." And Ralph Waldo Emerson defined success when he said, "To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to leave the world a better place, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded." So, how do we discover our passions? There is no set procedure. We simply have to experiment. The hardest part for most people is breaking out of the shell that society creates based on what is typically defined as cool and acceptable. For example, I spent the better part of 3 months of my life dressed up as a cat and singing and dancing, something I never would have imagined myself doing because, well, that's just not cool, right? Yet, when the show was over and I took my final bow, I felt a satisfaction deeper than anything I had previously felt. I had been a part of something wonderful, and I had succeeded in my own way. It is a feeling I know I will never forget. To further discover your passions, you must try everything. Life is a series of risk-taking. You must stretch your imagination, take some huge risks, explore, create, discover, and learn. Meet as many different kinds of people as is humanly possible. With their new beliefs, listen to them, learn from them, and then judge whether or not they are right for you. You do not have to accept every new belief you hear, but every opinion deserves attention. Never pass up the opportunity to make a new friend. Friendship opens many doors to help you discover your passions. Be sure to judge with your heart. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry wrote, "It is only with the heart that one can see clearly. What is essential is invisible to the eyes." With every new challenge, look at it as an opportunity to excel, not a burden. You must squeeze everything out of life. Our time on this earth is limited, so we must make the most of it while we have it. By participating in a wide variety of activities, you are sure to make the most of your time. Be absolutely certain to strive for excellence in everything you do. Do not settle with excelling in one aspect of life. Do not dwell on the past, but use each day as a new learning example. Finish each day and be done with it. You did what you could. Now look forward to tomorrow. But always plan for the future and be sure to plan for success. As you accumulate several small successes, be sure to stay modest, but still optimistic. Always dream big. Remember the words of Henry David Thoreau. Do not lose hold of your dreams and aspirations, for if you do, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. With dreams, remember that you must earn the right to dream. You must plan, work, and dream in that order. A dreamer may never accomplish anything, but someone who makes a plan and works for his dream is certain to succeed. Our ultimate goal should be to be leaders, to make a difference, and to change the world. The time to start working toward that goal is now. Do not procrastinate, for we have the ability to make the world our own and to improve upon it greatly for ourselves and each successive generation. We should strive to reach our goal now, as Ayn Rand wrote. Ask yourself whether the dream of heaven and greatness should be waiting for us in our graves, or whether it should be ours here and now and on this earth. Do as much as you can with the time you are given, because time